Hey, what's up DIYers? Mike Borders with the Mike Borders channel. Thank you for watching. We're working on our Bryant furnace today, and in today's video, the step-by-step process on how to replace your capacitor. Let's get started. Step one, safety first always. Go ahead and turn your heat to the off position. From here, we'll head down to the utility room. All right, DIYers, downstairs in the utility room, and there is our Bryant furnace. If yours is like ours, you've got an electrical switch. Make sure you turn that off. And from here, in our case, we've got this little knob here. It's a very long screw that screws into this portion of the furnace. Go ahead and unscrew that. And once it's loose, carefully shift this cover panel away from the furnace and up and out of its groove. Set this in a safe location, like that. From here, we need to grab our 1/4-inch socket and ratchet and remove these 3 screws to remove this entire panel. After removing those 3 screws, carefully shift the cover panel up and away. Set that in a safe location as well. And from here, we have much better access to the internal portion of the lower furnace. And here is our capacitor. What we will do is remove that 1/4-inch screw to shift this plate outward so we can remove the capacitor. And as you remove this screw, be very, very careful. You do not want to harm any other part or wiring or connection point. That would not be good. From here, carefully pull the capacitor out, and for your convenience, the part number should be in the upper left-hand corner. In our case, 97F as in Foxtrot, 9002. From here, we've just got 2 electrical connection points. We are going to carefully pull these off, and you want to take note of which wire goes into which connection point. Quick update, what I did was wrap the right wire with black electrical tape. Most people will say this does not matter. You can take the left wire and connect it to the right connection point of the new capacitor, and vice versa. You can take the right wire and connect it to the left connection point of the new capacitor. However, for me, I want the right wire going into the right connection point and the left wire going into the left connection point with the new capacitor. From here, all I'm going to do is remove the connection points. I changed camera angles for your convenience. Be very careful as you pull these connection points off. You do not want to harm them. Just like that. And that is what the connection points look like. Both connection points were connected to the very front connection tab or lead. And here's the new capacitor. And as you can see here, the exact same part number as the old one. Let's go ahead and open it. Old capacitor on the left-hand side, new capacitor on the right. Again, make sure you've got the exact same part numbers. And the top connection leads are the exact same. What we'll do is reposition this in place and connect the wire connections. And again, I've got the right wire with the black electrical tape. I will connect that appropriately. And grab the second connection point and do the exact same thing on the left side. Make sure they are properly secured. Again, that is what it looks like. From here, what we will do is position this in place. In our case, the old capacitor, the sticker was facing inward, so we'll do the same thing. We'll position this properly and secure that plate. Capacitor is now in the plate, and that little tab right there has to go in that little cutout or slot there. Carefully shift it in place, match the hole, and secure that screw. And same thing as earlier, you do not want to harm any additional wiring or parts. Just be careful as you screw this back into place. Do not over tighten it. This is aluminum, you will strip it. You want it snug, but do not over tighten it. And that is secure. One last inspection on the wire connections. Everything is in place. What we'll do is grab that panel and re-secure it with those 3/4-inch screws. And this is a switch. What that does is once you take the panel off, it releases this switch and it shuts down the entire system for safety purposes. Once we insert that panel back into place, it's going to compress that switch and return it to its proper configuration. Lower panel is back on and secured. old capacitor in the box, and this is junk. Dispose of it responsibly. From here, what I'll do is re-secure the large cover panel. Be careful as you shift this panel back into place, and again, there is our large screw, and all we will do is match it up properly and screw it in. Don't over tighten it. What I'll do next is turn the switch back on, and from here, let's head up to the thermostat and turn it back on. Back upstairs, go ahead and turn your thermostat back to heat. Let's head back to the furnace room. All right, DIYers, back in the furnace room, and we're waiting for the furnace to turn on. We're looking for two things. Number one, the lights don't flicker. And number two, it's not a loud banging sound when this furnace turns on. And it just turned on, and that was pretty friendly. Right now, the fan is going through its test cycle. Sometimes it takes 30 to 60 seconds. And after that, it's going to introduce the gas and create the heat. And I can hear inside the furnace, the flames are active, creating the heat. And we didn't hear any loud bang, nor did we see any flicker in the lights, so that's awesome. And you just heard the blower fan kick on. Everything is up and running properly. Hopefully this helps. Do us a favor, below the video, you'll see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We would really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching.